Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Stable. A few weeks ago I made the video titled The Strongest Horses in Star Stable, which if you haven't seen I will link it at the end of this video. So continuing on with this little mini series I made up, today we're going to be talking about the most agile horses in Star Stable. I feel like almost everyone knows about swiftness or speed in Star Stable, but do you know about the other statistics? Although these don't matter as much, they do still make a difference, especially if you're an avid racer or a championshipper. Anyways, as a reminder, let's go through what each horse statistic means. I haven't ever delved much into the player statistics, so let me know if I should do that after this little mini series. As we covered last time, strength is related to how high and far your horse jumps. Discipline means how fast your horse goes from a halt all the way to a gallop. Swiftness is of course the legendary speed of your horse. Endurance is how much your horse is affected by damage. I saw some comments on the other videos saying they thought this related to how fast your horse was going up a hill, and I have to say that makes a lot of sense and I think I might prefer it, but unfortunately we don't make the rules. Now, the all-important agility. As I said before, these other statistics don't matter as much as swiftness, as they appear to not make as great a difference between a low or a high stat. However, I feel like it is still fun to delve deeper into the racing system as Star Stable starts upgrading things around it, like our training system, and even more to come. Agility is how fast your horse turns. This is super noticeable during the Starshine races when Star Stable boosts your agility all the way up to 300. Now, although you can't get this number naturally, it is a proof of concept that agility does in fact make your horses turn faster. These statistics do make a difference, especially when they're at 300. This was done in Starshine races, as Western is commonly known for its barrel racing and pole bending, where the horses do have a very quick turn speed if you've ever looked at videos of them. I'm not saying Western is the only use for agility in horses, but it is the easiest way to show this as an example in Star Stable. Let's talk about how you can boost your agility. There are 3 ways to boost your statistics in Star Stable. The first is the breed bonus. We will talk about this later. The second is through skill development, aka training. With the new horse progression system, instead of this skill going up every level, you will get a bulk of skill at levels 5, 9, and 13. 13 is the max level for your statistics skill bonuses. At level 5, you get a skill bonus of 5. At level 9, you get 10 skill bonuses. And at level 13, you get 15. This used to correlate with every level, so you would get 1 for every 1 level, but obviously they adjusted it for the new system. The max statistics is 13 because Star Stable wanted it so that if you are someone who does championships, you can still get that sweet 200 XP. The final way to get a boost to your statistics is through TAC. Instead of sifting through the thousands of pieces of TAC in Star Stable, I used the Star Stable database to find this information. So I apologize if anything here is outdated, but to my knowledge this is the easiest way to find out information on statistics, as there is very easy to use search and filter features. I fact checked myself for a majority of the horse statistics, but as I said, there is just way too much TAC for me to fact check everything in Star Stable. We will be covering both the best item for agility, but also the best item with the highest swiftness and highest agility combined, because swiftness should always be your top priority, at least in my humble non-racer opinion. Starting with the saddle blanket, the highest agility you can get is 3. This can actually only be found on 4 items in the entire game according to the database. Luckily, one of them, the Silver Baroque Dressage Blanket, can get you 3 swiftness and 3 agility. This is a little unfortunate, as currently there are not a lot of horses retrofitted to use this style of blanket, meaning your second best is swiftness 3 and agility 2, which can be found on a lot more blankets. but at least the silver baroque dressage blanket is still pretty. Next up on the bridle, we have a slightly larger selection. Once again, the highest agility you can get is 3, however keeping swiftness in mind, you will only be able to get a swiftness of 3 and an agility of 2. When it comes to saddles, there are only 4 options with agility of 3, you will have to settle for a swiftness of 3 and agility of 2 once again. Finally, for your horseshoes, your own handmade horseshoes are the best you can get with an agility of 2 matched with a swiftness of 2. This can also be found on the fine Druid horseshoes, fantastic Druid horseshoes, designer horseshoes, and horseshoes from the master blacksmith. However, the designer and fine Druid horseshoes have slightly less strength and discipline compared to the other 3, just for future reference. I'm not sure whether people still debate this, but a few years ago there was big debates in the community about whether ribbons, leg wraps, saddlebags, and pets make your horse slower. I'm not sure whether anyone got conclusive evidence. I'm pretty sure Star Stable have said that it doesn't matter, but let me know whether this is still a thing. Moving along to the part of this video that inspired this entire series, which horses have the best breed bonus for agility? As for swiftness, no horses come with a breed bonus of swiftness, so this is something you don't have to consider. However, if you are someone who focuses on another statistics like discipline or strength, then just like the tack, there is going to be the best agile horses, but also the best agile horse in comparison with that statistics. This is where things get a lot deeper, going deeper under the iceberg or something. So I will only be covering the highest agility breed bonus horses, both Gen 1, 2, and 3, just to keep things simple. Both generations of the Agile tech, or however you say it where you're from, have an agility statistic of 3. Throughout this video, I have noticed that when comparing the strength statistic, the agility has not gone higher than a 3, much like swiftness. I'm not sure if this means it makes more of an impact, but it is something that I've noticed and thought I would point out. In the previous video for strength, we were getting strength points of 5 and things like that. The Generation 3 Aquatech horses can be bought for 850 star coins at Silverglade Manor. They have a strength of 1, agility of 3, discipline of 1, and endurance of 3. You must be level 13 to purchase them. The Generation 1 Aquatech, on the other hand, have unfortunately been retired, if I remember correctly. Either way, I could not see them at Ferdinand's Horse Market. If you happen to have these horses, they have slightly different statistic with 1 strength, 3 agility, 1 discipline, and 0 endurance. In real life, they can be considered agile horses as well, with one website stating Aquatech horses are hot-blooded, meaning not only are they fiery when it comes to temperament, but it also means they have a limber, agile, sleek body. The Generation 3 American Paint Horse also has 3 agility points. They can be bought for 850 star coins at Starshine Ranch after reaching level 7. You can, however, buy the Chestnut Paint Horse in Fort Pinter at level 1. You can also buy one on the smartphone Star Stable Horses app after training it. It is still 850 star coins, but you can transfer it to the game and it will automatically be horse level 10. You do still need a player level of 7. Some people dislike the Horses app, which is fair enough. It takes 3 days to train the foal to level 10, whereas you can now train a horse from level 1 to 15 in about 2 days if you really grind out all of the training you can do. But for some, the Horses app is easier than training, or they have their other reasons. They might not even like training, but the Star Stable Horses app is a lot easier and quicker than training. I'm just letting you know that it is an easier option for that level 9 skill bonus if you wanted it. The American Paint Horse has 1 strength, 3 agility, 2 discipline, and 0 endurance. Just like I was mentioning before about agility and the Western discipline, in real life, paint horses are agile, versatile, and easy to train, which means they excel in many disciplines. American paint horses are commonly used for Western events like reining and barrel racing. They're also excellent at working cattle and pleasure riding. The American Quarter Horse 3rd generation is one of the most expensive horses on this list. They are 950 star coins and can be bought from Starshine Ranch after level 5. Similar to the paint horses, there is a quarter horse available for sale at Fort Pinter from level 1 and a quarter horse for sale on the Star Stable Horses app, which you'll be able to transfer over already at horse level 10. The quarter horse has 1 strength point, 3 agility, 3 discipline, and 1 endurance. Similar to the paint horses in real life as well, one of the most unique characteristics of the quarter horse is its sheer speed. This agile and fast horse can reach speeds of up to 55 miles per hour or 88.5139 kilometers per hour for us metric people over short distance sprints. They also display a knack for working with cattle, which has earned them a reputation as having an innate cow sense. The Generation 3 Appaloosa horses are 900 star coins available from level 11 at Starshine Ranch. There is also one on the horses app, but unfortunately none at Fort Pinter for the lower levels. They have 1 strength, 3 agility, 2 discipline, and 0 endurance as their breed bonuses. There is also the horse called Galaxy. This horse is the horse featured in Star Stable's Moorland book series, RIP. It is technically just a normal Appaloosa horse. Galaxy can however be bought from level 1 at Fort Pinter. What marks the Appaloosa out in real life from spotted individuals of other breeds is its distinctive conformation. They are powerful and muscular, yet fast and agile. They are frequently described as compact horses as they have short, strong backs. Their legs are muscular and solid, often with striped hooves. I have clumped all of these horses together as the Pintabian is a Pinto-Arabian. Pintabian! In real life, Pintabians are actually rare. They are identical to Arabians with 99% of Arabian blood, however they have the Tobiano colour pattern not found in purebred Arabians. In Star Stable, both the Pintabian and Arabian of their Generation 2 and 3 counterpart all have the breed bonuses of 1 strength, 3 agility, 2 discipline, and 0 endurance. The Generation 3 Arabian and Pintabians are available for 950 star coins from the Goldspur Mill after reaching level 7, with 1 Arabian at Fort Pinter and 1 Pintabian on the Horses app. There are also 2 limited edition Arabians at the Equestrian Festival. The Generation 2 Pintabians can be found at Ferdinand's Horse Market for 485 star coins after reaching level 11. Side note, I kind of wish in a way that this level restriction was lifted as they are cheaper now, meaning it would be easier for non-star riders to purchase. However, non-star riders might not be level 11. Continuing on, the Generation 2 Arabian Thoroughbreds are 250 star coins from Ferdinand's Horse Market and available after level 10. In real life, they have a far higher endurance than most other breeds, and they are agile and eager to move by nature. Due to their genetic purity, they are often used for breeding with other horses such as Trackness, English Thoroughbreds, Appaloosas, and American Quarter Horses. The more you know. The Belgian Warmblood can be found at Silverglade Manor for 850 star coins after reaching level 8. They have 1 strength, 3 agility, 2 discipline, and 1 endurance. There is 1 on the Star Stable Horses app as well. In real life, they are described as both strong and agile horses that are well suited in a variety of disciplines, such as dressage, show jumping, and eventing. All generations of the English Thoroughbred share the same statistics, which is great because if you don't mind an older horse, then you can get a very cheap agile horse. These horses have 1 strength, 3 agility, 2 discipline, and 0 endurance. The Generation 1 can be found at Ferdinand's Horse Market for 280 star coins and have no level restrictions. The Generation 2 is also at the market. They are sold for 425 star coins and also have no level restriction. Finally, the Generation 3 Thoroughbred can be bought at the Silverglade Manor for 850 star coins with a level restriction of 1. There is also an Equestrian Festival coat variant of the 3rd generation, and 1 on the app. In real life, they are described as a hot-blooded breed that are spirited, bold, fast, and agile. The Generation 3 Halflinger can be bought for 900 star coins at Marley's Farm with a level restriction of 11. They have 1 strength, 3 agility, 2 discipline, and 0 endurance. There is also 1 on the Star Stable Horses app. I couldn't find much in a brief research about these horses in real life about their level of agility, but they are known to be refined and impressive, very athletic and multi-talented, excelling in dressage, jumping, trail riding, driving, and more. The Generation 2 Hanoverian is our first only Gen 2 horse on this list, probably because they haven't been updated yet. Therefore, these horses are still 890 star coins sold at Ferdinand's Horse Market with a level restriction of 14. They have 1 strength, 3 agility, 2 discipline, and 0 endurance. There is also one on the Star Stable Horses app, which apparently you can buy after level 10. Hopefully we will see a Generation 3 of these horses soon, and honestly the Generation 2 model isn't the worst either. In real life, these horses are known for being agile, athletic, and graceful. The Jorvik Friesian, or Generation 3 Friesian, is the final horse for our list. They are 950 star coins from Jorvik stables and have no level restriction. They have the breed bonuses of 1 strength, 3 agility, 1 discipline, but 3 endurance, which will be interesting to look at in the future videos for this mini-series. As a side note, the Dragon Magical horses share these statistics as they are made from the base of a Jorvik Friesian, just for reference. When the Jorvik Friesian was released, Star Stable made a point of making sure we knew that they were specifically Jorvik Friesian, so they had some creative liberty. I'm not sure why they don't do this with more horses, as I know not everyone agrees with some ways that the breeds are portrayed in Star Stable, so technically these horses can't be compared to the real world. However, if we're comparing a normal Friesian, they are known to be graceful and agile given their size as well. Obviously, some of these real-world examples of agile are different among each other, and I would love to learn more about how Star Stable gives statistics to their horses and whether it is something they deeply discuss or more of a brief, yeah, that sounds about right moment. Now, I know that all of these horses on this list were the agility level of 3, but we were almost through the list of breeds, with only some magic horses, Mawari, Stella Francais, Tennessee Walker, and Trackner left. I think I sometimes forget just how many horses there are, because this isn't even half of the horses. So I swear this video is still relevant, at least if you want to look deeper into the Star Stable racing system. Obviously, if you don't like these horses, currently I feel like 1 or 2 skill points doesn't matter as much as your happiness and star coin balance. I would love to see a bit of an overhauled racing system, but I know Star Stable is trying to walk the fine line of making racing fair, whilst also adding these cool mechanics without people feeling like being good at racing isn't out of the question because you don't have a good horse or tack, like pay to win or anything. Let me know what you think and whether we should look at endurance or discipline next. On the screen right now is my video all about strength and the strongest horses if you haven't seen it already. Alright, I love you all so much and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye!